So we have this pyramid that has an 8 by 8 square at the bottom, and then it ends in a point at top with a slant height of 9.8. The slant height is the height of the pyramid if you slide down one of the sides. It's how far you slide. It's not how tall the pyramid is. That height is what I call the fireman's pole, and we're gonna have to find that, okay? So if we draw a line from the top all the way to the middle of the square, that's the height of the pyramid. Everybody do that. Draw a dotted line from the top to the bottom, because we're going to go ahead and find that height so that we don't have to find it later. This is the hardest thing about this, is finding this height. I'm going to draw. Can everybody see that fireman's pole would hit the floor of that square at a 90-degree angle?
Yeah.
So what you have is a right triangle. I'm going to draw it over here. And the bottom, this hypotenuse is going to be 9.8. Everybody see that? That would be the 9.8 side. Look at the pyramid. You see the 9.8 would be the hypotenuse? Look at the pyramid.
Yeah, I see that.
And what would the floor be? What would this down here be?
4.
A 4, because it's half of the square. Can everybody find me the height? What do you do to find the height in a right triangle when you have two sides? So when we're looking for lateral area, all I need is the perimeter of the base, and I need the slant height. What is the perimeter of the base? What is the perimeter of the base if it's a square base?
24.
No.
32.
32. It's 8 times 4. And what is the slant height if you slide down the side of the pyramid? Somebody else. What's the slant height here? If you're sliding down the side of the pyramid, how far did you go? It's 9.8.
Wait, why do you need that? Oh, for the, oh. Wait.
I'm looking at my formula. It's asking me to find those things. So we're going to say it's 1/2 32 times 9.8. Go ahead and tell me what that is on the calculator. So we know that the lateral area is 156.8. Well, the surface area gives us that same formula. So we need to put that number in again, 156.8, plus the area of the base. What is big B? What is the area of the base? If the base is a square and the sides are 8 by 8, what is the area of the base? 64. So we put that in our calculators, and we get our total surface area, which is
220.
220 even, yeah. 220.2, right? 0.8.
0.8.
Okay, so we've got the total surface area. And now what we need is the volume. The volume is 1/3. The area of the base, which we found to be 64 already. And the fireman's pole height, which is how high the pyramid is off the ground, 8.95. So when we put that in our calculators, we get 190.93. We have found the volume, we have found the lateral area, and we found the surface area. So here we have a cone that has a diameter of 2 at the bottom, and it has a slant height of 9.1. I'm going to put all the things that I need to find about this. I have the diameter, I have the slant height, I need the radius, I need the area of the base, and I need the height. I don't have the height yet, so we're going to find it the same way we just found the height of the pyramid. We're going to go down like this and put a fireman's pole in the middle of the circle. And here we also have a right triangle. And the height is what we're looking for. And this piece here is 1 because it's half of the circle, and the circle is 2 across. On number 1 on your paper, the diameter is 2. So the bottom is 1, and we have this is 9.1. So we put h squared plus 1 squared equals 9.1 squared. And we leave the h alone, 9.1 squared minus 1, because 1 squared is 1, and then you square root that. So somebody do that for me. So h equals 9.04. Okay, so we start filling in all the parts that we need. Diameter is 2, slant height is 9.1. If the diameter is 2, the radius is half the diameter, so it's 1. The area of the base, what's the shape in a cone of the base? What's the shape?
A circle.
A circle. So the area of a circle is pi r squared. So big B is going to be pi r squared. And we're going to learn to gunka pi. That's something that I say. So you're just going to do r squared, which is 1 squared, which is 1. So the area of the base is just a simple pi. You're just going to leave it like that. You're not going to put it in the calculator. And your height is 9.04. So now we just start plugging into the formulas. This here says radius times slant height with a pi at the end. So that's 9.1 pi. That's your lateral area.
Did you make it wait?
So the next one is pi RL, which is what we just found. So we're just going to put that in there. 9.1 pi plus pi r squared. And r is 1. So what's 1 squared? 1. So it's just going to be plus pi plus 1 pi. And that equals 10.1 pi. Because you add them like you add variables. So we have the surface area.
Pi plus pi is pi.
All right, and the last one is 1/3 times the area of the base, which is pi, times that fireman's pole height, which is 9.04. So now we have the lateral area, the surface area, and the volume is 3.01 pi. So all I see that we need is R and H. And once you have that, you can just put them in all the formulas. So R is 7, that's the radius of the cylinder, and H is 12. Just remember, sometimes they give you the diameter, you need to cut it in half for the radius, so don't get tricked with that. And then we just put this in. So this is 2, I'm going to put the pi at the end, and that's going to be 42 pi. Go ahead and put it in your calculator and gunka pi. Yep. Pi goes on the end. 2 times 7 times 12 is 168 pi. Sorry about that. I thought it was 1/2. Okay. So this here is the same as what we just put in the calculator. So don't do it twice. That's 168 pi plus 2 times 49, because that's r squared, times pi, which is 98 pi, plus 168 pi. And then that's 166 pi, I believe, 266 pi, I believe. So it's 168 pi plus 98 pi is 266 pi. And now we have volume, and that's going to be the r squared again, which is 49 times 12, and we put the pi at the end. And so volume is going to be, what's 49 times 12? 588 pi. So once we have the radius for a sphere, we just put it all in the calculator. So we have 4 pi, we're going to put that at the end, and then 4 squared with a pi at the end. That is 64 pi. That is your total surface area. Your volume is going to be 4/3, and then we're going to put 4 cubed and gunka pi. So that is, so it's 85.33 pi. And they're going to give you ugly numbers because you've got 4/3 in the front. And unless it's a multiple of 3, the radius, then you're going to get ugly numbers, okay?